start that again. Yeah, I discovered BCST through a kind of circuitous route.
Oh,
I'd had this profound experience in a hot pool in Esalen with a Qigong master. I thought, what the hell just happened? And when I came back to New Zealand, I thought, I need to find a Qigong. And your natural healing, your natural movement Qigong kind of popped up. And so I came to the Qigong. And I realized that I was just really enjoying having lots of fun doing the Qigong. And there was all these people who are craniosacral therapists. And I thought, what a
what?
bunch of peanuts.
What is all that?
I was like, I've got no idea. And they seem to be like touching people's bodies. So that really was like the most outrageous thing you could possibly do in front of me. And so I kept coming back. I kept coming back for the Qigong.
Mm.
And it was like every year,
Another retreat.
another retreat, and sort of like kind of inched closer to the BCST.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there was a meditation that you led, and it was a pretty deep meditation, and I just got this message. It really was words that came, and it said, learn everything you can from Ged.
Wow.
And I was all like starry-eyed. I came out of that meditation and I kind of beelined to you and I said, Ged, I've got to learn everything that you can teach me. and you said, but I already am. And I said, no, the other stuff.
Oh, that.
That stuff. And so it was like 3 weeks later, I was coming
On the
to your
course. Oh my
classes.
God. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So that was my way in. I really had no idea what it was. And horrors of horrors when I turned up to that first class, because I missed seminar 1 and 2. I came to seminar 3 first. And, you had the sheet. You were showing
the sheet.
pull and the fascia. And I was like, I can't do this. I won't be able to feel anything. And then I did. And I was like, oh my God. So I was kind of horrified that I needed to get a table and I needed to start touch people.
What brilliant. And you took it in New Zealand and Canada. You were back and forth about
Primarily in Canada. Like I
Right.
think I did 8 of the trainings in Canada.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So
Like in Victoria and Vancouver.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's when I kind of had that reclaiming of my Canadian
Yes.
heritage. That's what happened.
Got it. So it's
Yeah.
all part and parcel of that.
Yeah, it is actually.
Wow. Nice story. Nice mix, I see. Okay. Here's another question for you. What do your clients love about this work?
I think one of the things that clients really love is they get to really experience their own process. So, so often things are done to us or we're recommended something, and we kind of do it in the hope that it's actually going to make a difference. But we don't have a connection to that change that's actually happening within ourselves.
Yeah.
So when a client really kind of gets the work, they show up and they'll have their own kind of update of what's going on for them, but they really do know that I don't know what's going to happen and they don't know what's going to happen. And let's get on the table. So that's kind of a catchphrase for me. Let's bring that to the table and let's see what unfolds.
Yes, let's take it to the table. Brilliant.
Take it to the table. Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
And when someone has, say they've looked around for quite some time for support, and they may have like an expectation that not much is going to happen because, they've already seen about 10 practitioners and they might have been doing that for years.
Yes, very common.
And they say something like, you know, I'm in pain. And I say, well, how long have you been in pain? Oh, as long as I can remember,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
And they get on the table and I can feel their nervous system discharging
Yes.
some kind of shock. And maybe they've fallen asleep actually, or they're like they're in a very relaxed space, and they have no real, like, this is the first time they're going, I don't know what's going on.
No, we can't make
You know,
sense of it.
they can't make sense. That's it. The mind is like gone on holiday.
Yeah.
And then they sit up, they stand up, and I go, how are you feeling? And they're like, I'm not in pain.
Which is huge.
So that's like a real scramble of everything they've been taught
Mm.
and everything they've experienced about themselves.
Yeah.
And you know, that it may not last. It may be that they feel like that for 3 or 4 days.
Yes, but what a relief.
But a relief, and it shows you the potential of what can happen in their system. You know, when they get that it's not a failing, that more stuff has reappeared, then they're kind of like kind of in the journey, and they're in their driver's seat of their journey, because they're willing to like go, do you know what's the next bit?
Yeah. How exciting.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I think this work's getting really well known for relief of pain and regulation of nervous system, don't you? I mean, it's just
Yeah,
how it's
definitely.
going. And actually, if that doesn't happen, it's kind of strange.
Yeah. And people are like, kind of, you know, they've heard about their vagus nerve. And
Yes.
so they, you know, they'll talk about that, or they'll talk about, you know, I'm predominantly in a freeze response, like they actually have connected that that's what's happened.
Yes.
And I think what's really interesting about this work, Jed, is that unlike other work, we actually feel those states. Like, we can actually feel those states in the body, and we can feel the health coming to meet those states. And that's really different from trying to do a practice or trying to get to the psychology of the moment of whatever this is. And actually, there's stuff that we just can't access like that.
Yeah. I thought that was really nicely put. I think that's just what's going on there. So what I notice in the last couple of years, probably more than ever, is just how the trauma theory is out in the public domain. You
Yeah.
know, I kind of hear it on the radio, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. And it's
Do
like,
you know what?
you know, have you seen that?
You're completely right. I was at like at the supermarket, and the checkout lady said to me, well, how's your, you know, how you going? And I thought, actually, I'm going to be honest. I was like, I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is really unusual for me. And then she started to like give me some guidance on like, you know, maybe there's journaling, it's your unconscious, it's trying to bring something up.
No,
No, seriously.
no
And
way.
I just thought, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, the
Because
world has truly changed.
she's really like understands that she's going through something difficult, a divorce,
Yes,
and that's what's being activated in her.
yes.
And she's informed like that. So that's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
It's amazing actually how that's starting to transpose into everyday life. And you know, people know what PTSD is, and they kind of know the ins and outs of it quite a bit, you know. And I know it's been
Yeah,
around a
I think,
while, but still,
yeah.
yeah, it
I
gives
actually
you
think
hope.
it's the sorry, for me, it's kind of more like the professionals that haven't caught up.
Yeah, probably right. I think you're right. Only various professionals understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
Like
in the alternative community.
you know, like just thinking about like a colonoscopy. Okay, so I'm scheduled to have them pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And the last 2 times I went, I had such a trauma response.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was insane. I was very aware of what was happening. I have
Yeah.
no control over that.
No.
And I thought they couldn't really meet me.
No.
They
You've no
didn't
idea.
to meet me. And actually what they want to do is kind of give you a sedative.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
Quiet you
they want
down.
to put you to sleep, and they can't sit with and be with just the bodies going, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Just no
So that's what
clue.
I mean about a mismatch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you totally. Okay. Fantastic. Can I offer you a third question here?
Yes, please.
What aspect or aspects of BCST most excites you?
Well, a key thing is the mysteries. For me, it's just walking into the unknown and going, I have no idea what's going to happen in a session.
Yeah.
So I often think of it as like a mysterious touch pool.
Yeah.
So, you know, like in an aquarium, you've got the touch pools and you can see the starfish and you know, the cucumber. And I'm like, this is like blindfolded. So,
Yeah. Okay.
because you don't know what the body and what the mind is going to present. You don't know what the kind of imprint will be. And it's kind of like being a little bit of a detective to kind of feel it, like hear it, hear what's trying to come through. And there's a magic in being really okay navigating that not knowing and making the connection. And for me, often if I kind of go, oh, I kind of sense it's, you know, X, and I might ask a question to the client and they connect. If they connect too, then the kind of field, the awareness in the relational field just really amps up.
Yes.
And then it's like, to me, it's like fundamentally being seen in probably the deepest way you can really see someone. And then their system goes, right, thanks for seeing this, that I'm doing this. I've got another option now.
Yeah.
Hey, see what I can do now.
That's right.
So,
And I think you've described how simple the work is actually, and the beauty of that awareness exchange.
yeah. And it's like you know, it's like awareness has the bigger that your spectrum of awareness is, the more that you can relate
Yeah,
to what's going on.
that's right. Yeah,
And
the body loves it.
yeah, and I feel like for some practitioners, you know, anatomy is like really they're really precise, and I know you're very skilled at that, Jed. And I feel like I'm still like a baby on that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's a bone. But there's something about, like, I'm really interested in developmental trauma. I'm really interested in kind of how pre-verbal birth, of those early year imprints form our body mind.
Yeah.
And that's more where my kind of background has come from. And it's also what it is developing, like, say, how the body holds emotions. And like, so we learn different languages. And I think that's the scope of the biodynamic world, is that you can learn, there's so many languages to learn.
That's right. Yeah, beautifully put. And I think everyone in that regard, every practitioner just brings something unique to this amazing meeting place of bodies, which makes it very exciting, really.
Yeah, and I think there's a whole kind of dropping away about what should happen in a session.
Yes, yeah. The expectations.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like that the BI program kind of opened up some doors in terms of expectations, because for me, really being in the unknown is really going, I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't know that this long tide's going to appear, or the fluid, you know. I'm like, really, let's just be present, and that there's a magic of what I'm bringing and what the client's bringing, because different clients
exactly
bring completely different range of experience.
Yeah,
That's what's challenging in communicating the work.
that's right. Yeah, it's like these relational fields meeting together.
And if someone's got like super depth, and then someone has a very, very narrow band, you know, this work isn't to prize that open.
No.
This work is to meet it. And sometimes it can feel like, wow, we're really staying in this band. But if you have no judgment about that as a practitioner, you know, it's nothing to do with your own capacity. And actually, there's nothing wrong with being in a smaller band. There's some reason why that's what's showing up.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, it's very addictive work, isn't it? I mean, I love the way you describe, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And actually that gets addictive in itself. It's like, you know, I'm going to touch somebody now and I've no idea what's going to happen. And that's quite exciting, really.
Yeah.
And you just get into that.
There's a real, and I love the joining the dots in terms of helping someone navigate their awareness to what's happening.
Yeah.
Because when there's an aha moment, there's like I had a new person yesterday. Okay. And my kind of sense was that there's a lot more going on than what they're aware of, you know.
Yes.
It's kind of classic kind of situation.
Yes, yeah, very common.
And, you know, and I'm kind of like, well, let's see what happens on the table. And then on the table, and they've had migraines and headaches ongoing for as long as they can remember. That's how they put it. With a significant kind of childhood illness. And she was, you know, she said, oh, you're not moving your hand, you know, you're not moving your hands. Is change going to happen? I said something like, well, I'm creating space for your body to show what it wants to show. And as soon as I said that, she was like, I can feel my head moving from the inside. And I was like, yeah, your head's really trying to, you know, it feels like you've kind of been bopped on the head on the side. And she's like, yeah, I can actually feel. So it wakens up the awareness of the person to go, yeah, do you know what? I have been bopped on the head, and that is what it feels like. It feels heavy.
And maybe that's
tight. It doesn't feel nice.
Maybe that's behind the migraines.
Yeah.
And it's dropped into the unconscious.
Yeah. So I love that meeting.
And the body telling its story.
Finally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because someone's listening.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
You know, and actually that person, when they kind of sat up at the end, I thought, oh, they're not in the state that they thought they would be in. They thought they would be in a kind of much more light, bright, happier state, shall we say. But actually what was happening was all this sadness was coming out.
Yeah. And
I kind of touched in with them about, well, what's happening? And they were like, I feel melancholic.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, because I could really feel a lot of shock coming out of their body. And she's been reading about parts work with Richard Thoughts. So I just said, you know, we'll just do some parts work with melancholy. So it's kind of like, now we're going to make friends with melancholy.
Yeah.
That's been hanging in there.
Yeah, probably for a long time, hey?
You know, and they kind of, and alongside that, their eyes were so sparkly. You know what I mean? Like I could see how kind of vitalized their eyes were.
Yeah.
And so it's this mixture where actually those kind of emotions that were not safe to be kind of felt and seen are being met in a kind of quite a neutral way,
Yes.
like it's a weather system. It's passing through, but
Yes,
we're
nice.
not used to just letting it pass through, because that's not what was taught to us.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it sounded like the client really took that up quite well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought they've had both a physical shift. You know, they were like, my mind's really trying to understand this.
Yes.
And I'm
And then
like, that's
an
totally
emotional shift.
understandable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and the important thing is what you're feeling, and just being able to feel that, and
Yeah.
so that it can do what it needs to do.
Just be in real time with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great. That was a really good story. I like that.